Hello and welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. Today my guest is the founder, producer, and director of the Art of Dance Academy in Virginia Beach, Monique Vermont. Nice to have you, and it was hard to get you this time of year. I know you're getting prepared for recitals and all.
Thank you, Rory. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here today, and thank you for allowing me the opportunity of sharing our incredible program with the community.
Yeah, and now I know that you're located in Virginia Beach, but you're right on the Virginia Beach-Norfolk line. As a matter of fact, you're right close to the 264 interchange there. So a very convenient location.
Amazing location.
Yeah.
We can be accessed from North Carolina, Newport News, Suffolk, Portsmouth, you name it.
Right. Okay. So that's as you said, location is a good thing to have. So let's talk about, before we talk about the Academy, let's just talk a little bit about your history, because I know that you have a history that's a little unusual.
Sure.
And it speaks to your qualifications as well.
Sure.
So let's just talk about that just for a minute.
Right. Well, it's my honor to bring my experience to the area. I've been in professional theater for over 42 years. Started dance when I was about 6 years old in Hollywood with Marcel Marceau. I've been on stage, thank you, with such stars as Robin Williams. We all know Ron Howard from his career. I was with him in the Warner Brothers major motion picture film, The Music Man. We won't say how many years ago that was. So Ron is all grown up and doing his thing, and I'm proud to be right here in Norfolk and the Virginia Beach area to share that with our children.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And tell us a little bit about the Art of Dance Academy.
Yes.
And what your programs offer.
The Art of Dance Musical Theater and Academy, we actually start our little dancers at the tender age of 13 months old. Our motto is, if you can get them to giggle, we can get them to wiggle.
Okay.
And it goes on from there. We have a curriculum that's based on a syllabus. It is progressive. It takes the children in stages all the way up through to a scholarship in college if they wish. And many of our students have done this.
Oh, cool. Okay, so that's a young age to start, and I guess you have students that stay with you through the whole progression there.
Absolutely. A lot of our parents keep coming back. They come originally because the children are having so much fun, and they keep coming back year after year, maybe being in a military community, they've moved or had to relocate, and they come back because their children are learning so much, and it's such a positive and nurturing environment.
Right. Now you have a staff. Can you tell us a little bit about the staff?
Again, our staff is professional and degreed and skilled. I myself come from a long line of degrees in music and theater and child psychology and early childhood development, dance and choreography. So I expect that from my staff as well. And even our administrative department is degreed. So when you come in as a client, as a family, we're going to treat you with the intelligence and respect that you deserve.
Okay, and your classes are not huge, right? I mean, you have smaller classes, so a little more individual attention.
Yes,
is that correct?
One of the most unique things about our business is that we keep our classes tiny. We take pride in that we have a small student-to-teacher ratio, so once it gets no more than 8 in a class, we just create a new class for the children. We do not cookie-cut our children, and you won't find one of us on every street corner. We're the real deal. We're the only one of our kind.
Okay, so I guess that would go to what makes you unique.
Exactly.
Which was my next question.
Yes.
Okay, so I know now in business, I mean, 1 out of every 5 businesses fail, and it's probably at least that high with dance studios. And you've been successful. Why do you think you've been successful when a lot of others have come and gone, you know, in your field?
That's an excellent question, Rory, because success means different things to many different people. So we want our children we want to touch every life of every child that we can to make a difference in the community. We want to teach our children that they've been given a gift and therefore they are the cornerstone of great citizenship in that regard. And that way, our business goals and more integrity, if you will, we stick to that. So the first important thing about running a business is setting your goals and making sure you don't sway from that. And I might mention, in business, if you're chasing a dream and following a dream, you really need to recognize the day is today, and you need to maybe not wait for the dream so much, but make it come into your daily life. It's all about the journey.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
That's good advice. Okay.
Thank you.
And have you? Well, that just brings up the question: have you always wanted to own your own business?
I have, Rory.
Really?
I've
Okay.
been planning this for a long time. I've had different businesses all throughout my long career. I want to confess to you that the most rewarding ever has been here, right in the Hampton Roads area. It's wonderful. The parents are extremely dedicated. I'm also noticing that children are becoming cognitive younger and younger and younger. So we're able to get them when they're moldable, and we can bring their dreams to fruition.
Now, I know that you have a summer program that you offer. I think it's Prince and Princess Camp, I think it's called.
Yes.
So I know that's very popular, and you offer that 2 weekends, 2 weeks a year, or 2 times a year. Can you tell us more about that and this year's program?
I'd be thrilled to tell you. Thank you, Rory. We actually have 3 incredible programs during the summer. We're one of the only academies that allows the children to dance through the summer, which is so integral for their muscle memory and keeping their brains sharp. And the Prince and Princess Camp is a 1-week camp. We have one at the end of June. We have one at the end of July. And just imagine all these princesses arriving on the very first day in their favorite costume for the day, because every day is a different theme. So it's favorite princess day the first day. We have a real Cinderella and a real Ariel there. We do our class pictures, and then we carefully put our gowns away so we can get involved in our activities. It's a 3-hour program, 4 days for the week. It's a 12-hour workshop. So we're going to do ballet, jazz, tap, gymnastics, and cheer, music, which is violin, keyboard, and guitar, art every day, and we're going to rehearse, because on the last day, Rory, we are going to put on a performance for you and your family and your friends to come and videotape and watch and enjoy.
Well, that's interesting. Now, speaking of watching, you brought up something else. You have I've been over the studio, and you have windows where the parents can watch the students if they wish, and that's a little different. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I firmly believe that if you ever go anywhere and the door is closed and you are separated from your child, that is a red flag. You do not need to be there, and we offer observation galleries. It's a one-way mirror, so the children don't see us and they're not distracted. And I know you have firsthand experience with this, Rory, because is not your granddaughter in our Princess Camp?
Yes, she is, and I've heard, I hear about it every year, waiting for the next Princess Camp. So I know she really enjoys it. So that's,
when is it time? When is it
that's
time?
right. So she really enjoys that program.
Yes.
Actually, she enjoys the whole school experience.
Thank you.
So she's very much into that.
Yes.
So if you were advising someone, I'd written this down here because this is a question I like to ask business owners, is what did you find most challenging about opening a business? I mean, we all have ideas of what the business might be, and we think we know what's going to happen, but there's always challenges. So what was the most challenging that you found?
Yes. Thank you. Again, a great question for a business owner, Rory. The most challenging is that when you set up your business plan or dream or goal, that, as I touched on earlier, you remember to continue it no matter what is going on a daily basis. If your integrity is that you want to pass love and nurturement on to the next generation and the children, if that happens to be your business, you stick by your guns and you do what's in your heart.
Okay.
no matter what happens in the business world.
All right, so
Keep it going.
All right, so to offer advice to someone, maybe not in the dance business, but in other businesses, would you say, let's say 3 things that they should, if they're considering a business, that they should think about before doing it?
First, of course, think of who you're appealing to. In my world, it would be an audience, but if you're opening a restaurant, who do you want to service? And by doing that, you need to think of your market. So you should perhaps get a web guru who is going to guide you through the internet process and getting your message out to your demographic.
So
to
reach
your
is
audience.
important, yeah.
Reach is important. That slips right into clientele service, because these people that you want to reach, you want to make them happy because they're going to tell a friend, and word of mouth and local referral is definitely the way to go. And following that is, again, to stick to your dreams. Make sure you don't sway from why you started the business in the first place. If you have passion for what you're doing, you can do it.
Okay, well that's good advice. And as a matter of fact, I just did an interview. I was just interviewed basically, and they were asking me, and I said I was saying that don't let people sway you, you know, because and talk to people who have done it, because they'll tell you you can do it. I mean, they know what it took to do it because they've done it.
That's right.
So anyway,
So
I totally
support you
agree
in
with that.
I support you in that.
And so I had down here a couple of more things about business. What 3 things do you like most about your day-to-day operations?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a loaded question.
That's awesome, though. Going to work every day for me means getting those hugs and that love from the people that I'm helping, the mothers, the children. It's definitely not about the money. We don't make big bucks doing this, but the rewards that we get in giving comes back to us. A second thing I would really mention, this again is about the parents, is helping them with parenting skills. The structure of our particular academy helps the children get straight A's in school, and social skills and social networking, which is so important nowadays. And that, with the social skills, the last thing that is so rewarding is seeing the long-term friendships that build among the students together. They start out with play dates, they end up going to high schools together, and when they become professionals, these are friends that they never lose. Long-term relationships with my parents as well.
Yeah, I know that's very true with my granddaughter. She has lots of friends at the school, and that just enhances the experience even more.
That's true.
But she's just on a high all the time for the next show.
Yes.
And that reminds me, you have a summer show. And it's at the Roper Theater, right? And
we have 2 professional performances a year. I'm really happy you brought that up.
Yeah.
One of the only local academies that allows you, the parent, not to have to wait 11 months to see how your daughter's progressing, or son. It allows the children to have that excitement of getting in their gorgeous costumes, performing on stage, gaining independence, and that thing about their personality. And they love it. They absolutely love it.
Let me ask you something that wasn't on my list here, but I was just thinking about my granddaughter. And one of the things that I notice is that dance and performing and all really helps with a child's self-esteem and their shyness and all that. That's a byproduct, right?
Yes. So all types of personalities come to visit us, and they all get positive benefits from it. If your child is shy, it brings her out. She's in a comfortable group of ballerina buddies. If your child is outgoing, the structure helps with their school and that sort of thing. And again, relationships that they build, when your granddaughter comes in, she's so excited to see all of her friends.
Right.
And that's very nurturing. And that's why they learn so quickly, because they're in a nurturing environment full of love.
Oh, well, that's great. That's great. And I understand that you have a coupon offer, or an offer, a limited time offer that you're going to extend to anybody viewing the video. So.
You know, one of the most exciting, thrilling experiences of a child is to get her very first ballerina shoes for the parent as well. They're usually taking pictures, and I would love to offer that experience for free to you. A free pair, your very first free pair of ballerina shoes. All you need to do is come and sign up for any of our 3 summer programs or for fall. We're also filling for fall right now.
Okay, well, that's very generous.
May I put a tag on that? Being a tiny academy, I do want to let you know that we fill very quickly, and at that point, you just need to be on a waiting list for the next semester.
Right.
We don't want to cookie cut and overthrow our children.
Right, and your address for the academy is going to be at the bottom of this page, but you want to say what it is?
Absolutely.
We didn't
It's 5640 Parliament Drive.
Okay.
Technically, it's in Virginia Beach,
Right.
23462. And I'd love for you to visit our website. It's exciting, videos, very interactive.
Okay, and now if one more question, I guess, is when parents come in to see you, they can come in and talk with you, get a tour, consultation.
Right.
Talk about
So our procedure is to invite you for your personal one-on-one tour, your personal visit, and a complimentary evaluation of your child to make absolutely sure that we, and together with your suggestions and input, are picking the most perfect dance class for your child for her dynamics.
Okay, well that sounds pretty good. Custom tour and consultation and
Client service.
Client service. Okay,
Absolutely.
well that's what it's all about. Well, I'd like to thank you very much for coming in, and if you have a son or daughter that you feel would like to experience the world of dance, here's an opportunity to do so.
And Rory, may I thank you one more time for allowing me this privilege of bringing our program to the public. Thank you again for having me here today.
Well, thank you for taking time out of this busy time of year to come and see us.
It's my pleasure, Rory.
All right. We'll see you next time.